Hello and welcome to Social Wednesday with Evolutz. This is our 6th episode and today's guest is Bill Dolan.
Woo-hoo! Good to be here. Great to be here with you.
So Bill is the president and creative director of Spirit Media, a strategic creative agency specializing in message strategy, television, web, video production, live event, and entertainment. Bill was also an Emmy nominee and is the author of 7DRM, the 7 Disciplines of Relationship Marketing. So thank you so much for being here.
It is crazy great to be here with you. Incredibly great. Because
So
you and I have known each other for a while. And so for you to ask me to be on the show, and then I know you're going to grill me with crazy questions, I am both thrilled and terrified.
So Social Wednesday is a series where guests play a game of 12 questions, as you mentioned, and have less than 10 seconds to answer. So Bill has not seen the questions before, and this is not rehearsed. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question 1. If you could go back in time, what year would you travel to?
The beginning of 2020. I would love to have had just a tiny crystal ball to see what would happen in the year. Not that I'm unhappy with what's happened and what I have learned and how I've grown and stretched, but I think it would have given me a little edge up had I gone in with my eyes a little bit more open.
That's a good one. 2020. Question 2. Name 3 famous individuals you worked with.
3 famous individuals. I'll name the fun ones. Okay. I loved directing President Clinton. I did a project with him where I got to basically spent the day in his home with him and directed him on a project for a documentary. Another person is Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani, my gosh. I've only worked with her once, but I was blown away because she's one of those incredibly warm, endearing people, but she has the personality and the charisma that can fill an arena. And seeing Gwen do her thing was like mind-blowingly cool. And there's a third person that came to mind. I would say the Black Eyed Peas. And I mention them sometimes in my resume because working with the Black Eyed Peas, incredible commitment to artistry and perfection.
Question 3. How would you describe branding and marketing to someone in less than 10 seconds?
I would say branding and marketing is essentially getting to know someone or something in such a personal way you could describe it like a friend to somebody else and actually know them and like them and trust them and get your other friend encouraged and excited about meeting them.
Wow, I really like that approach. Question 4. Name 1 movie you were proud to be part of.
A movie I'm proud to be part of. I haven't done a lot of motion pictures. I've done a number of documentary projects. And probably one that was really cool for me was a skateboard film years ago, small skateboard film called Live in It. And it was, I don't know if you've ever heard of Stephen Baldwin, Alec Baldwin, the Baldwin family. It was Stephen's directorial debut. And so I was brought in to produce it.
Question 5. If you were not in the television industry, what would you do instead?
Wow, that's it. I think I'm an artist at heart. And when I look at what really touches my heart is the idea of being able to impact people's lives in a positive way, to build something and do something that you can see and go, da-da, that's cool. I really love that.
So you would stay in the arts pretty much?
Oh, I definitely stay in the arts. Yeah, I'm a weird artist, expressive guy. It drips out my pores.
It's not weird. I admire that. It's passion. All right, 6. What is your favorite family tradition?
I will say that I had a weird growing up. So as an only child, my father was sick, so we didn't have a lot of traditions really. And there was a season where I ran from traditions because I thought, they're just silly and they're not important. Yeah.
Question 7. Do you collect anything?
Well, oddly enough, I do. I have are items that have been used as icons in advertising and marketing. For example, right here is
Oh no.
bobblehead doll. Advertising really is people to people. But when it's hard to find the personification of your brand, one of the things advertisers do is they will take something that's iconic and they'll try to personify it in a character. So I have a small collection of bobblehead dolls and toys and things like that around the office, just to remind me how hard we consistently try to celebrate humanity in all its crazy forms.
No, those are cute. I don't have a bobblehead. Maybe that's something I should invest in.
We need to get you a bobblehead. I would collect that.
Okay, perfect. I'll look into it.
Okay.
Do you have any pets?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have really, and technically they belong to my children. My children have moved out, but they left 2 cats, a May and Marcella. And Marcella is like my little baby child. In fact, when I wrote my book sitting right here, and I would put a chair next to me, and Marcella would sit with me every evening and just want to be near me.
Question 9. What is your favorite quote?
Favorite quote? I would probably go into the Bible for that one. It's one that goes back to Solomon, and it's out of the book of Proverbs, which is like tons of quotes. But the one that really has stuck close to my heart is this: trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll make your paths straight.
Question 10. If you could give one piece of advice or feedback to me, what would it be?
Oh, believe in yourself. You are crazy, more talented, more incredible, more stunning, more wonderful, have so much power that I don't think you realize. And every day we compare ourselves, our insides, that thing you feel in your heart, and all the failures you've had, inadequacies, with other people's outsides. And I think that comparison is something we all face. And if you, and I say this probably for a lot of people, could understand how absolutely incredible you are, how incredibly loved you are, you would break through even more barriers, maybe even faster.
Well, you're gonna make me cry now. As you said, like, we've known each other for a while now, and I cherish your energy and who you are and how you respond to everything, and even the content that you post. And I find you to be a very wonderful human being. So I appreciate having you in my life.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we're supposed to be together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially when we bonded over Titanic. That was priceless.
Yeah, really. And perhaps we could do a reenactment sometime, yeah.
Question 11. What's the most daring thing you've ever done?
Daring thing? Well, I think there's a bunch of them. There's physically daring, emotionally daring, and kind of psychologically daring. Physically daring, jumping out of a plane. Emotionally daring, my wife, being able to ask her out. It took a lot for me to just come out and say, would you go out for pizza with me after the game?
That's so cute.
And it took a lot.
And last but not least, what would you do if you won the lottery?
What would I do with the lottery? Number one, I would clear myself of any debt or obligations we have, okay? So that we'd be on clean ground there, because I have a mortgage. And the second thing I would do is I've already discussed this with my wife. We have a financial planner, someone that we work with, that we would look, how could we protect those assets? And how do we make them last? Not for us, but for others. The lauder to me would just be fuel for what we're already doing, so that we could get a bigger opportunity to reach more lives.
Okay, so thank you so much for playing. What did you think of the game and questions?
Well, I was crushed that you didn't ask me my favorite color, but
what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is blue.
I have blue too, so we're twinning.
I know, I see that.
Before we end the episode, I would like you to briefly tell our viewers about your book. So, The 7 Disciplines of Relationship Marketing. So, I personally read it and I loved it so much, and I want others to know about it. So, please tell us about your book.
Well, I hope a lot of people get to love it. It was originally born out of the fact that I've been in the TV, marketing, entertainment business for over 30 years. So I had this context. But in 1999, while on a plane to Nashville, I suddenly died. Now, it wasn't a heart attack, but it was something that required me actually get a pacemaker. And I had a profound after-death experience that changed my life, changed my perspective about everything, and reminded me that the next breath we take, even as we're sitting here right now, we take it so for granted, but we didn't earn it. It's not like we deserve it. So as we've been given a gift, so we have a beautiful responsibility to give to others. And so the work that we do together, there's a process of how that can be done. And it's transformational in a person and in an organization. So much so that I actually found 7 steps. I took my marketing mentors from Steve Jobs to Jesus Christ and said, is there a recipe here? And I found the recipe, and it's crazy powerful. And it's in the 7 disciplines. Study the 7 disciplines, apply the disciplines, and it literally will transform your life. It'll transform your business. It'll change the way you look at things in such a powerful way. And that's why I wrote the book, and I hope everybody gets a chance to read it.
I hope so too, because it's really educational and opens your eyes on different perspectives. So I'm really happy I had this to share with you as well.
It's pretty cool.
It's been, yeah. So thank you for sharing that, Bill. And this concludes episode 6 of Social Wednesday with Evolutz. So stay tuned for the next episode. And in the meantime, if you have any questions that you'd like to ask our next guest, or even recommend a guest for this series, comment below. And thanks again for watching, and see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye. And that's it.
Wow, you're so good.